What's the biggest misconception of you? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true?
A lot of people think that I'm stuck up, and that's definitely not the case. I'm not a stuck up person. I guess it's the way I come off on Instagram. Like, I be talking shit, and like I'm always into myself. I don't know, I think it's the way I carry myself, or I be having like the resting bitch face all the time. So a lot of people think I'm stuck up. And I'm not. Like, once a person gets to know me, it's like, oh, she's hella cool, you know, she's dope, she's funny, she's chill. I always got that, though, like, growing up. People, like, a lot of girls wouldn't like me before they even know me, get to know me, because they thought I was stuck up, conceited, cocky, whatever the case may be. I don't know.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
The craziest rumor I heard about myself? I got a few. Some people on the internet thought I was transgender. I don't know why. And now I'm a hoe, a little thot. No, I'm not. So those are the craziest rumors. I don't know why people think I'm transgender. I don't look like a man, but I don't know. Those were the craziest ones.
Maybe it was a picture that kind of looked one way instead of
It was probably the way I
other?
used to do my makeup when I was coming up on Instagram and YouTube. Like, my eyebrows were super thick, and my hair, like, makeup was probably a little bit too harsh. I don't know, but I feel like it was probably the eyebrows. I look back like, dang, I do look like a dude, them thick eyebrows.
Now, were you in a relationship at that time with the YouTube person you were in a relationship with when that rumor of the transgender thing happened, or no?
Yeah. We're in a relationship. It wasn't that big of a rumor, like, have you heard it's Poppy is a guy or anything. It was just like, I'll see comments underneath my pictures. And, oh yeah, another rumor. This is a very popular one, I forgot. I got my body done. A lot of people think I got my body done. No, I didn't. I don't have anything on me done. So I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Is it a certain feature, like a body part?
A lot of people think that I got my breasts done and my hips. And like the way my stomach is shaped, they think that I got some ribs taken out or whatever. I don't know.
But that's false.
All that is false. My breasts are natural. My hips are natural. And my stomach, everything is natural.
Maybe it was also the screen name too, Poppy. That's kind of like for a boy, right?
Yes.
So maybe that's what, maybe it was the way you looked in a certain video or picture, plus that name.
It's the Instagram name. It's crazy you say that, because I was on Instagram Live the other day, and this dude was like, are you a guy? Like, why do you have a guy name? And a female said it too, like, why do you have a guy name on Instagram? Are you a dude? So that could be it too, I guess.
Why haven't you, first of all, where did that screen name come from? And have you thought about changing it when this transgender thing happened?
I made that name when I was in high school. Like, a lot of people was doing the Poppy thing. And then...
Like Champagne Poppy?
Yeah.
Like Drake?
It was like, I don't know when I made that name. I think it was like my junior year. This was years ago. But a lot of people had Poppy in their Instagram names. So I did it. And then a lot of people like changed it. It wasn't a thing no more, but it stuck with me. Like, as I was coming up, people were like, hey, it's Poppy. Like, I'll be in parties and stuff. People like, hey, it's Poppy. So that's how it came about. I thought about changing it, not because the whole transgender thing, but because I felt like if I was to change it to like KiannaJay, which I go by as well, it would seem more professional. But a lot of people told me to keep it.
Now, is there a question you hate to answer people ask of you? Something you just can't stand?
I hate when people ask me about my ex, like, where is he at? Why aren't you guys together? Like, why does it matter? I hate that. It's so annoying.
Do you have an answer to that question?
He's in his skin. That's where he's at. I don't know where he's at. It's none of my business anymore. But a lot of people know why we broke up. Like, should I say why?
Sure.
Okay, so back in March, I went to Miami for a spring break. And I was on the beach, and you know the beach be hella lit. So my friend recorded me twerking on a guy. Like, she made a boomerang. She put it on her Instagram. She wasn't doing it to be messy or anything. Like, my ex wasn't following her. It wasn't nothing like that. But, you know, she posted it because we're lit. And he seen it, and he called me and was like going off like, you know, I'm done with you. I'm finna delete our pictures, this and that. And I'm drunk. I'm in the club. I'm like, all right, like, okay. But then I had to realize, like, hold on, like, no, this can't be happening. So he felt like I didn't care, so he took it upon himself to post a video on Instagram calling me a hoe, talking about hoes gonna be hoes and this and that, and how do y'all support a female like this, and just really going in on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, wow. So we had broke up because of that. And during the whole breaking up stage, like a lot of my fans know I was like going through a depression stage. Like I was really depressed, and I was losing a lot of weight, like just really going through it. And around that time, he was dogging me out, like dogging me. Like we were still dealing with each other, but he was dealing with somebody else, like just really dogging me out. So I ended up cutting him off back in July, and he reached back out to me and wanted to get back together. And we got back together. I basically did it for YouTube and for my fans, like, and also to make him happy, make my fans happy. I wasn't really focused on myself. So back in October, I cut all ties with him. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm good because what you did to me, you know, it's still going to be in the back of my mind. It's a trust thing, and I just got to make myself happy first. So I have to let that go.
So he broke it off with you first, then you broke it off with him second.
Yeah, like he really, really wanted me back. Like he was doing everything in his power to get me back, like really doing everything. And I was just like, no, like you really dogged me out for this girl that's nowhere near my level. And you think I'm gonna take you back? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just always there in the back of my head. Like, no matter how much I tried to work it out with him, I would look at him and still see her, still remember everything that was it to me. So I just couldn't do it.
What kind of terms are you guys at today?
We're friends. We're cool friends. We're good friends. Yeah.
Talking terms?
A little bit. Like he's kind of mad at me because I don't really be talking to him like that. So yeah, I'm like, we cool. Like, if I was to FaceTime him right now, he'll answer, and we can have a decent conversation.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So there is communication between you two.
Yeah, we was together for mad long, so we'll still be, you know, friends, cordial.
Could a relationship past just being cordial friends ever happen again in the future, or no?
What do you mean?
Like, could a relationship between you two past being friends, a romantic relationship, could that ever happen again? Or
Oh,
no?
with us?
Yeah.
No. I don't see myself getting back with him.
Just curious. Now, do you care what people think of you?
You know, I used to. I used to care what people thought about me a lot. Like, that was my biggest issue growing up. And this year, I just got over that. Like, literally like 2 months ago, I just got over that. So now I don't care. That was something that I suffered with for a very long time. My mom tried to work on that with me. My teachers, like, everybody, friends. And it was just a big thing I was living with. Like, I always cared what people had to say about me or think about me. It was always in the back of my head. But now I don't care, and that's why I'm so happy now. Like, I'm so happy in life.
What was the turning point?
I say the breakup, me leaving him, because, like I said, I got back with him because I wanted my fans to be happy. But once I did that, I found self-happiness. I found, you know, a way to make myself happy and not care what other people got to say about me. Like, yeah.
You mentioned depression earlier in this conversation. Did that stem from the opinions of others and caring about opinions of others, or was this a set of depression just from the breakup and the dog out of the ex?
It was both because, like, during that time, me and him was on like rocky terms, and I didn't really want to be with him around that time either. But when he broke up with me, I was super depressed because of what people were saying on the internet. And also, like, half of me was gone because that was my best friend. We were together since I was 17. So I feel like a big part of the depression was the breakup, but also what people were saying about me on Instagram and stuff.
And that's one of the health issues that can happen when people care about another person's opinion of them. Depression is one thing, anxiety is another, certain levels of stress.
Yes.
Worst case, suicidal thoughts. Did you face any of these other obstacles? Dealing with the caring of opinions of others?
Yeah, I'm trying not to cry. Yeah, I was suicidal twice. I was in and out the hospital. The first time I went to the hospital, I had an anxiety attack because he had told me, like, we'll never be together. So I was, like, hyperventilating, like, couldn't breathe, so I was in the hospital for that. And when I was in the hospital for that, they found out I was suicidal, so I was transferred to a mental hospital. And I was in there. And after that, I was cool. Like, when you're in a depression stage or whatever, you go through a numbing stage. So after I left that mental hospital, I was in a numbing stage where I was like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck, I'm finna do me, I'm finna talk to other people. And then now it's around my birthday too. And then after that numbing stage was over, it was raps. Like I was hearing voices, I was just, oh my gosh, I was really depressed. And one morning I woke up and I was hearing voices and I tried to kill myself. And around that time I was on medication as well, antidepressants. So I feel like that probably played a part in it. But yeah, I was definitely suicidal. I had anxiety attacks. Yeah, but I'm over it now. I'm straight.
What did you actually try to do?
I tried to, first instead of stabbing myself, I tried to stab the floor. And then I tried to stab myself in the stomach and then cut my wrist. Mm. Yeah.
You ended up cutting yourself?
No, I went pretty deep, but not all the way to where you'll see blood. But I was hearing voices and I was talking to God. And the more I tried to talk to God, the more I will let loose on my wrist. But it's like these voices, I know it sounds crazy, but that's something that people go through. Like depression is real. I'm not crazy. But when you hear those voices, it can really take over your body. Like you're there, but whoever that is trying to take over, so.
Now, somebody found you doing this to yourself?
No, I stopped myself. Yeah, I was doing it for about an hour. I stopped myself just by talking to God. And
then you take yourself to the hospital a second time?
No. Oh. My mom didn't take me to the hospital. She rushed to the house and just talked to me and stuff. And my auntie's a therapist, so I was on the phone with her for about a good 2 hours. Mm. And she was telling me, if you feel like you need to go to the hospital, go. But that day, I was like, that day was just it for me. Like, I can't be like this, over a guy. Like, it's not that serious. So I didn't go to the hospital that day. The second time I was in the hospital was for something else, but I feel like depression played a part in that too.
When you say hospital, we're talking like the mental hospital thing?
No, second time was ER. I was in the ER fighting for my life.
When you went to that mental hospital that one time, how long were you actually placed there for?
A day. I had to get out. Like, I couldn't stay there. I was suicidal, but I wasn't crazy to where they needed to keep me. They feel like they needed to keep me, but no. My mom wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. Like, I was straight. Like, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm cool, So.
I see. Was that one day in it though helpful at all?
No, like it was lame. They didn't help me with anything. Like they were just talking to me like, oh, don't kill yourself. You have a life. You have a purpose. It wasn't helpful.
Now, at this point, moving forward, what are your keys to success? What are some things that make you successful?
Happiness. Just being genuinely happy in life is something that makes you successful. I feel like the amount of money you make in life and all the things you have in life doesn't make you successful because you can have all those things and still not be happy. But once you're truly happy with yourself and you're happy with what you're doing in life, then that's how you know you succeeded.